Hi, I'm Sarah and welcome to CoreMoodz. And today I just wanted to do a mid-year check-in, specifically the goals I made in a video that I posted in January. I just wanted to check in and just see where am I when it comes to my goals, what areas I can work more on, and what goals I should adjust. So my first goal was finishing 100 books by the end of 2026, and I now have finished 80 books. So I feel like I'm doing well when it comes to that goal, and my average rating is a 4.16. I've been liking and loving a lot of the books I've been picking up. Toad by Catherine Dunn is my only DNF. I don't have any books rated under 3 stars. Another goal that was on my list was finishing Gone Met to God, and I finished 3 novels and 1 novella, and I have 1 more book to finish. I'm now 40% into Dark Drinker, but apparently Zamil Akhtar published 1 more book in this series, so I might have to add it to the list, even though I'm not sure if it's directly connected or it's just in the same world. I wanted to read the book series The Faithful and the Fallen by John Gwynne, The First Law by Joe Abercrombie, and maybe the Throne of Glass books by Sarah J. Maas, and I have not started any of them, and I'm not sure I'm gonna prioritize any of them. When it comes to my 26 books that I wanted to read in 2026, I have read 18 out of the 26 books, and 1 book is still on my summer TBR, so I'm planning to finish that before the end of summer. I'm planning to finish the books that I still have on my summer TBR, and I think that's gonna be doable because I tackled the bigger books first. I think the only bigger book that I have left on my summer TBR from my 26 books to read in 2026 is Dead Souls by Nikolai Gogol, and that's going to be the big book that I want to tackle in August. I feel like I'm doing well when it comes to this goal, especially because if I split the remaining books between my fall and my winter TBR, it's a very reasonable number of books to read in a season. When it comes to my nonfiction books, I wanted to read at least 1 nonfiction book a month, and I've been doing that. I think I've read 8 nonfiction books in the 8th month since the start of this year, and I have a lot of interesting nonfiction books on my TBR that I want to tackle. I'm a little surprised because I didn't think reading a nonfiction book every month was going to be something that I was going to enjoy. It turned out to be less hard than I thought. When it comes to my BlackOween yearly challenge books, I have now read 7 out of the 12 prompts, which means that I'm on schedule. When it comes to the book club I buddy read with, I have read 5 out of the 9 books. I'm a little behind on the books we have to read this summer, so I have to catch up Dead Souls in August and Madonna in the Fur Coat. But I think Madonna in the Fur Coat is really short, so I don't think that's going to be really hard to finish in time. Have I reviewed every book that I've read since the start of the year? And I have to say yes, because I made it the thing that every time I finish a book, I have to review it immediately. If I can't yet, then I leave it on my currently reading, and then I remove it from my currently reading and directly review it. And I think that has been working for me. Another goal was maybe possibly transitioning into Storygraph, and I decided not to because I like using both Goodreads and Storygraph for different reasons. And I've started to use Fable, and that's an app that's completely new to me, but I really like some of the aspects. So I'm just gonna see how it works and if I like it in the long term. One of my reading goals was to read more diversely, and I think that I've been doing good, but I can always do better. So I think I'm gonna continue looking and researching and adding books to my TBR. I think looking into translated horror books has really helped me find books that I would never stumble on otherwise. Reading more outside, I think that as a goal has been really helping when it comes to my mood, because I've been going outside, doing things, reading and participating in activities, and I think that has really helped with my overall mood and also how I feel about the books that I'm reading. So I think reading outside is something that I didn't think that I would really appreciate, but I really like. I didn't have a lot of channel goals, but one of them was that I would try to weekly upload, and that hasn't really been something that I have been able to do, but I try to, every time that something happens, whether it's live or just something technical, to just try to go on and continue and just pick things up and continue to post. I really like sharing my reading life and my opinion about the books that I'm picking up. What books am I liking and what books are not resonating with me? To me, this channel is kind of a diary, so I think that is something that I've been really appreciating. And I've been trying to be kind to myself when I really can't post or when something comes health-wise in between things. I took April off because I had some medical things planned, so I just thought, let me just take the month off and just go on a slower pace. And I think being kind to myself has really helped me, but consistency is really important, so I just want to keep this goal and try to post weekly and stick to the schedule. Making videos that I like. I think I've been really focusing and trying to make videos that I I like, that I would watch. And I think it's really hard to figure out, what do I like? What do I watch? Because a lot of the booktubers that I watch have different things that I enjoy about their content. So trying to see who am I and where do I stand, I just didn't want to put that on myself from the beginning. So I'm just trying to implement things that I feel fitting when it comes to who I am and into my channel, and doing that gradually. I'm in a phase where I can learn and make mistakes and see if something fits or not. So I think I'm just doing that. And the last goal was to have fun, and I've been really having fun. I think this entire year has been really interesting and really fun. And so I think it's a little funny that I had this as a goal. So I think I'm going to hold on to that and keep this idea in my mind. This was me reflecting back on my goals. I think I have things to tackle, but I like where I am overall when it comes to my goals and the things that I wanted to achieve. Where do you stand when it comes to your yearly reading goals? Are there goals you have to focus more on, or have you achieved everything halfway through the year? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching, and bye.